Hey guys, welcome to Make Art with Heart. Today we're going to make simple ice cream. So the first thing you're going to do is do a curved line like a simple smiley face, and from the point of each line go down and make a triangle. Next we're going to do some bumpy lines above our cone to make our 3 scoops of ice cream. And we've got an ice cream cone. Then we're going to do some lines inside our cone that go down to the point. And then we're going to go across with our lines that go to the edge of the cone to make our waffle cone. And now we're going to add some cartoon eyes because our ice cream is a little cartoon, happy and free. And so we're going to add some eyes and some curves in the eyes. If you can leave part of the eye white, that is going to be great. And if you can leave part of the eye white in the black area, that will also make it look a little bit more realistic. Obviously on the right side, my Sharpie was not working with me, and it kind of made a really small white spot that you can't really see in the video. I add some eyelashes, which are optional, and I also did a little mouth, which I want to say you make a big M and then come under and do a curve and a line in the middle. 2 circles for the cheeks, a circle and stem for the cherry. I'm now adding some little sprinkles here and there just to add some extra dimension and design. I'm adding a little bit of curved lines to my mouth just to make her look a little bit happier because I felt like she was looking a little serious. And now we're going to watercolor. So I'm going to get my brush wet and I'm going to get my color wet. And then I'm going to simply paint the ice cream in a really fun, just colorful way. We are using lots of color. So if you've never used watercolor, you need to swish your brush in the water, and then you also need to get your color wet first, and do that a couple of times. Then tap your brush on the cup to get excess water off. If you have too much water on your brush, it will bleed over, and it's hard to control the watercolor. The less water you have, the more control you're going to have, and also the darker the color. So here I am painting the cone yellow. And really, you can use whatever colors you like. And I'm going to paint the first scoop blue. As you can see, I probably had a little bit too much water on my brush. The yellow bled into the blue a little bit. But guess what? It's super fixable, and watercolor is hard to control, so try not to get frustrated. I'm just going to go over it with a little bit of blue and see if I can cover it up. Another method would be to get a tissue and tap off the paint and then restart. Next, I'm going to do a wet on wet technique at the top. I'm going ahead and putting some water at the top on my top scoop, and then I'm taking a purple and just kind of blending it in. Now when you do wet on wet, the colors will bleed a little bit more and kind of go their own direction, which I really like the look of. I always love how that turns out. And next I'm going to add a little bit of red to my middle scoop to finish out my scoop colors. As you can see on the right, blue is bleeding up into it a little bit. And when we mix red and blue, what do we get? It becomes purple. So I'm probably going to cover that up with a little bit of more red. But you know, honestly, it's not a big mistake if it bleeds a little bit. Sometimes that can look really cool, so don't worry about it if it bleeds. I'm going to color my cherry with a washable marker just to make that pop. My cheeks too. And my lips. And then we are almost done with this fun little picture of our happy and excited ice cream. There we go. Now, you could paint the background if you want. You could add more details. You could add some simple designs like hearts or circles or whatever, or you could leave it just as it is. So thank you for joining, and I'm glad you painted along with Make Art with Heart. And I'm adding just a few little details in this video just to cover up where there was some bleeding that happened with the paint. And guys, don't pick up your paper really quick after you do this. If you can carry it really steady and flat and put it somewhere that's safe, that will not get messed up, great. If that's going to happen, you may want to just leave it flat so it dries.